countries joining us. Yeah, it's been a year of grief and hardship and fear, and so many of our coping strategies have been taken away. So not only are we going through this, but we're also not able to gather as easily with the people we love, with our friends and family and community, and we're not able to travel or go to the restaurant or go to the spa or the things that we would do in the before times to kind of take care of ourselves and kind of catch a break from some of the hardships that we've been going through. So a lot of people have been turning to meditation because that's something that you can do anywhere, and it's really been proven to boost mental health, decrease anxiety. Um, so I'm going to be guiding a practice today that is, yeah, really kind of goes into working with challenges. In meditation, there's kind of two broad strategies to working with challenges, whether it's physical pain or emotional pain. You can turn away from the challenge and find something that's comforting, that's grounding, that's peaceful to try and hold your focus on. Um, and that can kind of boost your capacity. Um, and then you can also turn towards the challenge itself and kind of grow your tolerance and your resilience in sitting with pain and giving yourself compassion for what you're going through. So we're going, and the one of those is not better than the other in the sort of tradition of trauma sensitive mindfulness. You go back and forth between these things. So when you're feeling really overwhelmed, you're in crisis, you try to do things in meditation and in life that are grounding, are peaceful, are restful, that kind of build up your capacity. And then when you feel more resourced, you can turn towards the challenge and try and understand it and try and be with it. And yeah, I think that turning towards is something that we maybe resist a little bit, as a natural defense mechanism. You think this hard thing, these hard feelings are kind of knocking at the door, and you think, I don't want to answer that door, I don't want to go there. But what I've learned is that they're not knocking to get in, they're knocking to get out. They're in us already. And if you can kind of acknowledge what you're going through and give yourself compassion and sit with it, it's more likely to kind of move through you. Whereas if you kind of pretend it doesn't exist or distract yourself, then it stays with you. And yeah, so we're kind of going through the process in meditation of learning how to comfort ourselves and then learning how to be with the challenges in a really kind of loving way. So that's sort of the framework of what we're going to do, and I'll jump in. I'll be guiding throughout. You can sit in a way that, or lie down, or stand up, whatever. Kind of between relaxed and alert. So you're not um, in too much danger of falling asleep, though I know it's very late where some people are. Um, uh, and you're not feeling too stressed or rigid. So you can kind of stay alert, but also be relaxed. You can keep your eyes open or closed, whatever your comfort level is. If your eyes are open, you might want to have kind of a soft focus, so you're not distracted too much by the outside world, which can be very distracting. Yeah, and just really prioritize your own comfort and capacity. We'll start with the more grounding place, and you can return to that anytime. So I'll ring a bell to start and a bell to finish, and yeah, and then we'll get a chance to share about it afterwards. Just take a moment right now to notice how you're feeling. If you're tired or hungry, if you're feeling heavy or light, if you're carrying something or anticipating what's to come later today or tomorrow. Just notice where you're at in this present moment. And then I invite you to try and identify a sensation in your present experience that feels a little bit grounding or relaxing. For some people, this is the sensation of breathing. You can just focus on the breath going in and out. Some people find that to be calming. You can try that now. Notice the breath as it enters and fills you up and kind of straightens you up a little bit. And then as you exhale, there's a settling motion. You relax a little bit into the chair. The breath is often a starting place in meditation because it's always available to us. But for some, it can feel a little bit not relaxing. It can feel connected to anxiety or difficult to focus on your breathing. You can instead focus on the feeling of where your body is physically connected to the ground. So your seat on the chair or the cushion, your feet on the floor. You can hold your attention on that connection. You can also bring your attention to something that's outside of your body. Sometimes that feels a bit more relaxing. You can listen to the sounds around you. Maybe there's a fan, or maybe you can hear birds outside, just the kind of white noise of the room. Hold your attention there and just focus on listening to whatever sounds are in your environment. Or you can focus on something in your visual experience. If your eyes are open, maybe there's a plant or a piece of art in front of you that you can just notice the contours and lines of. If your eyes are closed, you can notice what happens behind your closed eyes. There's shadows and light and pixels. For visually oriented people, this can be a nice place to hold your attention. So choose one of those as sort of a home base, either the breath or the body connection to the earth, the sounds or the sights. And try to hold your attention there, just gently, knowing that you will get distracted, your mind will get called away. That's what the mind does. And each time you notice that you're caught up in a thought or a feeling, just gently redirect your attention back to what you're trying to focus on, this relaxing home base. See how much of your attention you can put into this simple act of breathing or listening or watching or feeling. Like that's your only job in the world for the next couple of minutes. And you're welcome to stay at this place if that feels like the right thing for you, if you want to keep focusing on this sensation, or you can come back to it at any time during the meditation. But if you like, you can now open up your attention. Notice if there's anything in your experience, in your body, in your mind that feels a bit challenging or difficult. That may be quiet at first. You can notice that quiet. But if you are experiencing some physical discomfort, some feelings that are a bit challenging, some thoughts that are worried, difficult, see if you can be with those experiences. Sit next to them, put your arm around them like they're a friend that you're offering comfort to, not judging the experience, just offering it some compassion. Ah. kind of in your mind, turning your thoughts over and over. Is it in your heart or chest, belly, neck and shoulders, jaw? There's many places that we hold emotion in the body. And at any time, if this feels too hard, too overwhelming, you can go back to the practice from the beginning. Go back to the breath or the sounds, the feeling of connection, the sight in front of you. And if you're bringing your awareness to a challenging experience in your body, try and notice where the center of that experience is, and then where the outline of it is. What's just on the outside? That challenge is part of your experience for sure, and it's important to honor it, but it is not the whole of you. There's a meditation teacher, Pema Chodron, who uses this great line: "You are the sky, everything else is just the weather." So you can, if you like, zoom your attention out a little bit so you notice more of the whole of your experience. You may still feel those challenges where they come up in your body. You may also feel where your body is more relaxed, grounded. You may have a sense of the space around you. And while we're in these bodies, our mind, our awareness, our consciousness can kind of defy those travel restrictions and zoom out. Can hold sometimes this wider perspective on our experience, where we notice everything that comes up. It's just like we're that sky and there are clouds coming up, and some of them are fluffy and some of them are stormy, but they're all moving, passing. And there's something in us that's vast and can hold it all of this experience, the joy and the pain. And if you like, while you're in this kind of vast awareness place, you can bring to mind people that you care about that are far away, people you wish you could be close to. And you can kind of, in this vast awareness, travel to them in your imagination and offer them whatever intentions, wishes that you have for them. May you be safe. May you be healthy. May you know love, peace. And dropping these little gifts of kindness on the people we care about all over the world, ones that we may not be able to visit in person yet, but they're very much in our thoughts. Now you can come back to your own body. Feel yourself sitting here, the sounds around you, the breath coming in and out. And you can offer yourself some of those same wishes. May I be safe. May I be healthy. May I know peace. Notice how you're feeling now. If there's been a shift or change in you in the last 20 minutes since we began. So thank you. Thanks for sitting with me.